we also brought into studio today Debbie Baldwin. Debbie.
Hi, David.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. I'd like to thank you for Maui, for Akaku, and also for everybody who's interested. And thank you for coming on to the show and being a guest.
I'm very honored to be a part of it. Thank you.
So, on to the interview. Where'd you come from?
Well, originally I was born in Honolulu. My mother and her mother were all from Oahu, from the McCandless family. And I have 3 half-sisters and 1 half-brother, and they stayed with their father, and my mother married my father, who was in the military. So I spent most of my growing up years moving every 2 years to a different place. And it was very difficult, being the only child, starting a school in the middle of a semester, and being painfully shy. You may not believe that, but I was painfully shy. But it helped me to develop my adapting skills, as you could call them, today. So I can adapt to most situations that come across.
So, when did you get to Maui?
I came to Maui December 1970. I graduated from high school 1970, and first went to Oahu, and then met a guy, moved to Maui, and been here ever since. So it'll be 40 years this December that I've been living on Maui. Met my first husband, had two daughters, and then met my second husband, and lost him last year to cancer. And I'm planning to leave in 2 days to move to Honolulu.
So I heard that you did a commercial over on Oahu.
Yes, I did. I did a commercial for, is it Honda Windward or Windward Honda? I can never get the two right, but I went over there and actually did all of my transaction online. And when I actually went there and purchased my car, they asked me if I wanted to be in the commercial. And of course, I said yes. You know, how can you say no?
Right.
So, and it was fun. The man who filmed me made it fun, laughed a lot. So it was, it was very comfortable, there was no pressure, like sitting here being interviewed. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
That's all right.
But so everybody says they see it on TV. I've only seen it twice. But people that I don't even know come up to me and say, "Are you that girl in the TV commercial?" And I say, "Yep, that's me." So if that's my claim to fame, then I've never gotten paid for it.
So is this the first time on television, the commercial?
I think I was on TV in 1968 on it was like an American Bandstand, but it was called Boss City, and it was in Los Angeles, and we were all in the audience, and I got a prize for the biggest smile.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
So this is the third time that you've been on television right here.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the Getting to Know Maui show?
No. I've heard about Akaku TV, but I don't normally watch it. It's not on my list of TV shows that I watch when I'm going to sleep at night, but now I'll watch it.
Especially when I send you the copy.
Yeah, I gotta see myself.
Right. Do you have any plans for television?
Well, I did when I was in my 20s. I always wanted to be a movie star. My mother wanted to be a movie star. My mother was a big Shirley Temple fan, and Shirley Temple came to Hawaii, and my mother was always talked about Hollywood, and so I always, I know Hollywood names more than I know people who live here on Maui's names. But, that was a pipe dream back then, and I think I'm past my prime for being in Hollywood now, so, but, no, it crossed my mind back then.
Well, Hollywood, they use all different types from
Are you saying older?
Very young and all the way to...
Yes, I know.
They just have a whole bunch of fun there.
Right. And who knows, maybe when I move to Honolulu, I can join a drama club. Although I can't sing, I can't carry a pitch, to save my life, but, I could probably act, as long as you don't make me sing a song.
I know here on the island we have Maui on Stage, and they always love volunteers, even if you just come in and help out with sets and stuff and get to know the show business.
Well, I used to be on the board of the, the Maui Performing Arts. I used to be on their board and be involved with the garden party, and it was a lot of fun.
So would you be up for like a sitcom?
Me and a sitcom?
Yeah.
I've never thought of myself as being funny, but I like to be around funny people, and I like to be around people who make me laugh, but I don't think of myself as funny. I don't think of myself as overly serious. I think of myself as very easygoing, very mellow. But sitcom, I don't know. It's funny how everybody now is all of a sudden interested. I mentioned before an artist wanted to paint my portrait, and now I'm being interviewed on a Kaku TV, and I'm leaving in 2 days. Where was everybody in the last 40 years? I always was somebody's wife, or, and it's
very
now,
busy.
Yeah, now I'm me, and I don't know what I'm planning to do. I'm probably going to get into art. I know art is a big part of my life. I'm consider myself very creative, so I will pursue that in some aspect. I'd like to do Zumba. I'd like to take ballroom dancing. I need to learn to dance. I have no rhythm. No rhythm whatsoever. So that's why I don't go to those dances that they talk about.
Well, just let's see what happens in the future.
Yeah, I'm always open. Always open.
And there's one more thing that I was going to ask. Where's your favorite place to eat?
My most favorite place to eat, and I can say I have never ever had a bad meal in all of the years this restaurant has been open, is Haile Maile General Store.
Haile Maile General Store?
Absolutely. And I actually understudied with Joe Gannon's daughter, Cheech, at MCC, baking for 2 years. And she's the best teacher in the world. And she taught me a lot. And she said she liked older students because older students wanted to learn, whereas the younger students just, had to be there. They had to finish the course.
Right.
But I learned a lot, and I opened up a commercial kitchen. I didn't get too serious about it. It was kind of more fun than work. I didn't need the money, but it was just fun. And when you make it work, then it's not so much fun anymore. So I'm sold off all my equipment, and where I'm going, I'm not allowed to have a home-based business in my new house. So, but I'll figure out something. I'll never stop baking, though. And I am a good baker.
Yeah, I've heard that you've baked wedding cakes.
Yes, I've made a few wedding cakes. Mm-hmm.
So, what was the biggest cake you ever made?
Biggest cake I've ever made was a birthday cake, actually, and it was for my grandson, my husband's son's first birthday, and it was about this tall, and it had lace made out of sugar and clowns, and it looked like it, was created from something out of New York. I have to say I was very proud of it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Debbie, sorry to see you go, but thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
It's only a 26-minute plane ride.
I know, and I'll be back because my dogs are here until my gate is finished, so I have to come back and visit my dogs.
Hopefully we'll get to see you again.
You will.
And aloha.
Aloha.